Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico with Greg Olson, partner. A couple of teams that feel like they have all the pieces. Just came up short last year. They were so excited to get 2024 going and try to make it. Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. Here comes the Denver offense, set to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
So anytime a team suffers an early setback like that interception, human instinct says, Mike, we need to get away from our game plan. We need to adjust. I don't think that's the case. There's a lot of game left, a lot of chances to avenge that play and still connect downfield on some of these passes. All proven, though, Mike. They've got to identify what went wrong, let's correct it so we're able to move forward.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's a first carry for their running back. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll stick with him again. And it'll be a pickup of 3, so 3rd down forthcoming. The motion man here is Mitchell. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Jaguars ready to punt this one away. And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Broncos offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he continues to be a thorn in the side of defenses trying to stop him. Currently 2nd in the NFL in rushing. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
You can sense this defense. They're really starting to come alive. Last time out, they forced a turnover. Now they got their first sack of the day. These big plays start to steamroll, and you can just feel their confidence continue to build.
Now some movement up front. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. So that'll move them back half the distance, and they'll try it again. To the ground after the penalty. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is hard. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 83 yards. Touchdown, Denver.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return starts from the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Jags offense ready to take over for their second possession. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7 0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 30. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. He'll look to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
On comes the punter now, and he is hoping to improve on his first attempt. A fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's the rookie from Ole Miss. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll air it out down the middle. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Broncos. And hold on to that football, young man. That's a keeper. His first NFL touchdown. A beautiful combination in the air there. The pass downfield and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 4. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2nd down and 8.
Build that momentum, offense.
Now, faking the give. And this ball batted away and incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there.
And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Here's the punter now. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The Broncos offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. Quickly to the outside and complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll turn and hand this one off. And some good running there. That's a first down up to the 43. They'll stay on the ground. He's beyond midfield to the 45. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. A big-time play for the Broncos. 33 yards.
We had a feeling coming into the game that they were going to get this guy plenty of touches, and you can see from this early success why. The defense is going to have to make some adjustments here because they have had no answers thus far.
He'll look to throw here on first down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. Now they'll settle to throw. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Denver. It's his 4th touchdown on the year. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finished it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The PAT, up and good. And the Broncos looking terrific here out of the gate. Already up 21-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Jaguars offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick throw taken in, and that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Back to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. We are through one. 21-0 is our score. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this.
Steamroller, baby. Let's put 6 on the board, fellas.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now, following that sack, we have a player who was injured. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And no return on this one. Fair catch signal for and taken. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down. Up the middle they go. And he'll get this very close to a 1st down. A nice run there. He'll just end up a little bit short.
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the 1st down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage in a lot of situations, it'll get you the 1st down, just not here.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
I think in this field position, Mike, when 4th and short, I think you got to go for it. I think there's at least a conversation going on the sideline about whether you keep your offense on the field or send out your punt unit.
And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. 1st down now. And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9. Left side, going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
First and 10 now from the 36. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That is brought in. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Now a chance to pay off that big play. They have it 1st and goal. A tight end in motion now. A run on 1st and goal. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Here's a designed run. This defense back up, but stepping up. No gain on the play. It stays at the 3. Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2.
We see teams more and more throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, really for 2 reasons. 1, they're confident that they can pick up the first down with yards after the catch. 2, teams' willingness to go for it on 4th down is at an all-time high. You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense ready to take over possession of the football. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
Well, as been the case this entire first half, it's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but it didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. They'll throw out of the gun. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. That one is batted away. Incomplete. No separation that time. Tightly defended. It brings up 4th down. Here's their punter now, as he's on for the 5th time this afternoon. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Broncos offense and their running back set to go once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line has had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And I don't think he got there with that one. Only needed a yard. Wrapped up at the line of scrimmage. And now we're looking at 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. They pick up the 1st down.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Back to the air one more time. A quick throw. That's complete on the slant. And he'll be taken down.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're not going to...
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Broncos. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
The extra point is up and through. And the Broncos move out even further ahead. It is now 31-0. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The home team's offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. He's got his man, right side. It's complete. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. It'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Now the Jags will use their 3rd and final timeout. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on 4th down. No issues there. This one is good. And the Jaguars are on the board just before halftime.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Broncos are on top as we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando. Check in with the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in our studios with the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half. Because this one's already close to being the bag if it's not already.
Action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The home team's offense ready to get back at it. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a first down.
He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now from the gun. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And we show you some of the highlights, and there have been plenty to choose from. 3 touchdown passes and some other big-time throws as well. Certainly dialed in and on top of his game right throughout this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Into space at the 45. And they will finally run him down.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Quick throw out wide. It's caught. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw yet again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go.
And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Touchdown, Denver. Greg, nothing changed at halftime. They come right out to start this third quarter and pick up where they left off.
Well, I think this defensive coordinator is going to think back to his halftime speech, Mike, because whatever adjustments he thought they made, it obviously didn't resonate. What we saw happen in the first half, they picked right back up here to start the third quarter, and at this point, the offense has hit its stride, and they continue to pull away.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Now a give on the ground, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They face second down and 7. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
He'll try to hit him with a screen. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. Punting unit comes on. Jaguars will kick it away. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. And as we look back now, Greg, at how we got here, we got a ton of highlights of the offense so far. In particular, great passing.
Yeah, and if you want to score points in the NFL, Mike, there's no secret. You've got to do it primarily through the air, and with 3 touchdowns here so far, that's exactly what we've seen. It's been deep balls. It's been intermediate shots. It's been good run after catch. This has really been high-level offense on display right from the jump.
And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
When you come across on a jet sweep, Mike, you're hoping once you get the ball, all you see is green grass and open space. Well, in this case, he had a lot of unhappy defenders waiting for him, and they're able to put him down behind the line.
And showing a little versatility as he takes this one forward up to the 34, a pickup of 9. Here's a 3rd down and 4. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
Now they'll set up to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Handoff here, up the middle, and he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. trying to get to that pylon. Not there, but very close. They'll mark him out at the 1. A big-time play for the Broncos. A pickup of 44 yards.
Defensively, you put so much effort about defending the middle of the field. You know that's the valuable real estate every offense is looking to attack. But what does that do, Mike? It makes you a little susceptible to the throws outside the numbers, and it leads to a chuck play.
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Broncos. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their